Hi Jake, I thought it might be easier to run through things just in a video rather than sending you loads of paperwork. So we have a lot of solutions that are based on this circuit board, which is sometimes in this enclosure, or we also have a big mains power supply enclosure that we can put it in. This has two mechanical relays on it, so there's sort of signal level relays, so low voltage, 50 volts, a couple of amps, but you can switch them directly from the app. I'll show you all that in a moment. However, this can also connect wirelessly to stuff like this. So that's a Zigbee switch. So that's a four-way switch. That's got 4 switches in it. That's just got one. And also it can connect to things like this, which is a mains power socket for just simple. For example, at home I use them to turn my lights on and off. And also if you want to switch something with a bit of power like a motor, you can connect it to something like that, which is a Zigbee high current switch with a circuit breaker in it, and it's got power monitoring and things like that. On the other hand, we've got a much more simple version, which is very much like that but much smaller, and this is what the uses from SD controls, and that just has the one output relay and one open collector output as well. All of them are cellular. You don't have to worry about the connectivity. We've got that covered for like 5 years, so you don't pay a monthly fee for that. It's pretty much like SD controls units. SD controls, they just pay for the SMS. So there's the SIM card. It's an eSIM, so we can swap providers if we ever need to. And there's the modem. There's the cellular aerial. This one's actually got a GPS module, not the Zigbee thing, but the Zigbee one would go there if it was fitted. And if you don't intend to actually use the physical relays or inputs, we have that as well, which is just a purely wireless solution that just takes 12 volts in. It's got a SIM card inside it. Also, it's got the wireless module that can connect to all these things. These Zigbee don't have the best range, apart from, however, they do form a mesh network. So if you've got the range, it's not that bad. It would work within a house, but if you want to extend it, this can connect to that, and that can connect to that, and it can all go through all the way back to the main controller. So that's how you can extend the range with Zigbee. So it's not got as good a range as LoRa, but it can form a mesh network, so it can all the nodes can feed into each other. So just to show you one in action, you don't need to use the app. You can also just use these switches. This is a wireless switch. There's the high current switch. It controls our oven. So I'm going to switch that on. So you can use switches like that to switch them on and off, as well as the app, which I'll show you next. Switch that back off. So to give you an idea of how we can control them, there's the app on this iPhone. It's not logged in as me. My regular one, there's one of our units there, which is that one. So you can see a list of units and then select them. But I'll show you how it works, how we use our office one, and that's on my computer in the office. If we want to control something, there's lots of ways of automating this. So, for example, a temperature sensor can operate like one of these output switches. So you can automate them, but generally, if you want to, you can select the unit you want, just like I did there. So from home, you can select this unit. This is just one on my desk. You can operate the output relays on it. For example, I think I've hidden them. No, I've hidden them on this unit. But this is purely a wireless unit. If you wanted to switch, say that oven that we just switched on, then if we wanted to turn the reflow oven on, you could go into the app and you could just click on. And if you want to turn it off, click off. There's also other things you can do. That's how you can control it with some sort of automation. This icon here lets you see the power consumption and things like that for about 30 days. So generally, that's what we do. That's the Zigbee system that you're looking at there. If we could find another system. This one has the physical hardwired, like sort of signal level relays. You can just operate them on and off in a very similar way via the app. You can get the app to run on a PC. This is actually just a web page we're looking at, but you can get the app to run on a PC just like it's on a phone. You get it to run on anything. It's a web app. So I'm not really quite sure what your requirements are, so I thought to just show you generally what we do. I thought it's probably easiest pop that in a video. They all have connectivity that comes in about 5-year units, so you just once you get it, it's got 5 years of connectivity, so you don't have to top up to use the relays and things like that. Just after 5 years you will, and you'd have to ask how much that's going to cost depending on the actual equipment. So just a quick summary, thought I'd send it to you, and that's probably the best thing